Okay, now that we have our contours, we can look at some of these properties here. So you can enter and locate the properties here by clicking on the surface itself, and I can go to Surface Properties. I can also access it by going to my Prospector tab, clicking on the surface, right-clicking, go to Surface Properties. In the beginning is the information. I can change the name. I can add descriptions. I can change the style on how it is. Okay, and I'll show you some sloping bands is another one. Apply, and in it indicates what areas are steeper than others and gives that. So that's kind of a nice one if you want to do that. So you can always go back and change that if you want to just display it differently. We'll just keep it back as contours to intend background. This is how we defined it. Remember when we had points, we added a point group here, and then we added all these break lines. This is how that surface and added boundaries. So this is how that surface is generated, okay, and defined. And you can remove these as well. So you can go back to that, okay, if you wish, all right. You can also look under here. This is a nice one under statistics. Blah. Here we have the number of points used in it, minimum and maximum coordinates, minimum maximum elevations. And here's some good information on the 2D surface area, 3D surface area, and gives us some glimpse of min and max slopes. Okay. Also gives us some properties on the tin. Okay. On there, all good stuff. So let's look at also how to label this. Again, when you click on an object, it's much easier to filter out the annotative features that you can label. So I click on the surface and I can come up here and I can add a number of different things. Probably the most, the ones we use a lot, you might add say a spot elevation. So I just want to know the elevation at a specific spot. I can click on that and add that. Okay, and again, this is being generated from the existing grade surface there. I can also click on it and I can add, say, a slope. Let's look at some very steep area here. Okay, so again, I'll click on this and come up here and I can add labels then. Say I go slope, you have two of them. So I got 1 and 2 points. So 1 point would be, you just pick a spot and it's going to give me the direction of it's going down at 21.1%. And again, percent is for every 1% means 1 foot drop over 100 feet or rise. In this case, it's a drop because it's negative. Let's do 2 spot elevations. Or for slope, 2 points. So I can pick this point and this point. I can also, since I went down, I got a negative slope, you can also go up and it should give me a positive slope, okay? And they're generally very close to the values necessary. A lot of things that we want to also label here will be what the value of this contour is, okay? So what we need to do there is we need to add labels, and that's contour. So I can do a single one. I can just come in here and just go, oh, that one, and it'll label this one. So that's 162. Obviously, it takes a long time, so probably we're not going to do that. We can come in here and say, you know what, I want to add a series of them. Okay, so I can come in here and go to multiple, and then I pick, from here to say here, and just hit enter. Okay, and it will label all the contours. Okay, and that's kind of nice as well. But if we want to really make it automated, one way, and I do like that because they're stacked on top of each other, is I can come on here and I can also add multiple at intervals. And essentially what we're doing is I'll come in here and it says, okay, pick the point. Okay, I want to go from here all the way up to the top. Set my intervals. So this is how far the contour labels will be spaced along the given contour line. So let's say I pick 400 feet. So every 400 feet it'll do that. And there it is. Got my contours. But then if you were to follow and measure 400 feet down, there's another one. Okay, so that's a quick way of labeling everything. And it's only these contours. Okay, and because I didn't cross paths with it, didn't label these. So I'd have to do these as well. So I want to do those to finish up my labeling of my contours. So add labels. Let's do multiple. And let's just pick and add those. Okay, and make sure you get the rest of them. But that looks pretty good. I think I might have missed this one here. So again, just click and add labels, contour single, and I'll just do this one here. All right. Oops, let's do that again. Add label, contour single, select contour line. There it is. And that's just a good way of now annotating our contour lines.